Petra is considered one of the new 7 wonders of the world. And after spending the last few hours here, I think we can definitely see why.
Petra was built by an ancient tribe called the Nabateans. They originally came from West Arabia, and this happened around 600 BC. They basically flourished on trade. This location is in the midst of a popular trading route at the time between Asia and the rest of the world. That made the Nabatean flourish. They were the ones who built most of the things that you see here in Petra.
So this area is called the Siq. In English, that would be S-I-Q. It's a bit of a kind of a corridor that once we go through it, we'll be looking at the Treasury.
What's nice about this Siq is that it's like breezy, so it gives you a little bit of a break from the heat.
The Siq, which is a 1.2 kilometer long canyon or corridor, helps to build up the anticipation of all the interesting things to come once you get through it.
At the end of this alleyway, we should all of a sudden see the grand presentation of the Treasury.
The structure behind us, which is one of the primary things to see in Petra, is called the Treasury. It's called the Treasury because, as legend has it, a pharaoh actually hid all of his treasures here. And for a long time, a lot of the locals actually believed it.
However, I think the real purpose of this building, it was originally made by the Nabatean tribe, and it was meant to be a tomb for their king. I've heard if you look closely, you see those little holes on each side, like those holes. It's believed that that was the remnant of the scaffolding that was used. This is one of the quintessential things to see in Jordan. This is the kind of thing that you would see in tourist books and promotional videos about Jordan. This is it, the Treasury building. We're currently climbing to see a high viewpoint. Fun. And our guide is with us here, Mohammed. His grandmother is Egyptian. How was the climb?
It's a challenging climb, but really fun.
After a very challenging climb, we finally made it up. It was definitely not for the faint-hearted. The view is totally worth it. We're here high up, and looking down, we see the Treasury building.
If you want to come up here, at least the way that we did, you have to have a guide. And I was a little skeptical at first. I was thinking, how hard can it really be? And now I see why. Don't come up here without a guide.
I agree. So that's not something you see every day.
We've got a great view of the Treasury from up here.
You just have to be not very scared of heights. Wow.
It's a long way down.
People are like ants down there. It's kind of making me nervous. We're hanging out in a tent overlooking the Treasury building. This is quite a fun experience. You can hang out here next to a campfire, drink tea, water. It's like a camping experience, but in Petra.
And at the top of cliffs. Mohammed Sparrow.
Mohammed Sparrow. Instead of Jack.
I love it. If you love it, you can have it.
Ahmed Mohammed Sparrow. So we continue to climb and hike. Super windy.
We're getting sandblasted.
So these coins were just found on the ground in random
Some of
places?
them will find it under the ground, like 2 meters
Oh wow.
under the ground. If you want something, we'll make it a price for you. This is Jordan money. This is euro.
Did you find it underground too?
Yeah, like 20 meters down. بديك على المدرج درج تنزل نط على المدرج وفي طريق كمان تطلعك على هالبليس.
Ferrari. What a magnificent atmosphere. You're surrounded by history and uniqueness, weird formations of rocks, sand. There's nothing like this in the world. And the wind. You're gonna be blown away.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
I just got a mouthful of that sand.
Ugh.
Something unique about the amphitheater here at Petra is that it's actually carved into the stone. Normally, most amphitheaters are freestanding.
So in this area behind us, you can see a lot of what looks like holes, basically kind of like doors. These were supposedly tombs that were built by the Nabateans. Although they're not as interesting to see as the Treasury building, but they're very interesting to look at. I believe these were supposed to be tombs.
They look like it.
One of the things that we noticed about Petra is that there are lots of different structures that you can see. It would really take a lot of time to actually go and explore every single thing. And now I see why some visitors would need more than one day to see Petra. And there's all kinds of secret little doors and holes that you could easily miss if you just easily walk by it. And they just keep going on and on and on.